We are recording as of right now, yes?
Si, senor.
Okay, so hold on. A little bit of ASMR test. There you go.
I'm not going to include that.
You're going to include it for me. No, you don't have to include it in the podcast, but I want to listen to it.
Welcome back to Beards on Gaming, everyone. How are you today, Mark?
You know what? I'm feeling damn good, Dave.
I'm Dave DeMarco. This is Mark Naker, and we just watched Shazam.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so we kind of, after we came out of the movie, we talked a little bit about some external universe stuff, but we talked very little about actually what we each thought of the movie overall.
Yes.
Because we wanted to save it for this. And it should be no surprise to you, Dave, I walked out of this movie, grinning like an idiot.
I did, too.
It was super fun.
I want to say beforehand that I really enjoyed this movie, and to kind of put off the fact I am going to criticize it.
That's fair. You're the kind of person who, when you just say something, you assume... I shouldn't say assume. This makes it seem more like a flaw. It's just something that you do. When you like something, you just say, I like it. Okay, now here's all the things wrong with it that could make it even better.
Yes.
Instead of, praising, I like this.
A lot of people don't understand that about me, and a lot of people are like, wow, he really hated that.
It took me a while to start to get that about you.
Yeah. I'm a critic. I criticize.
I understand. I get that. It's just, it seems like there's nothing. It occasionally seems like there's just nothing about certain things that you like. But now I realize just you don't tend to talk about the things that you like because you just like them and just want to let them be as they are.
A lot of times, and it's my fault. I think that what I like about something is obvious to people.
Fair.
And I don't mention, I don't stroke things balls as much as I should. I spend too much spanking its ass, I guess.
I know you don't. It's a bit of a point of contention between you and I.
But I really enjoyed this movie. There's not too much I have to say wrong about it, because everything I found wrong about it is
more just about the movie
is ignored by
stuff.
Everyone, because the movie is so good at having you ignore it that it doesn't come up.
That's not only that's a strength of a lot of movies, even if they do have a lot of problems, is that what is good helps you ignore it. But it's also whatever problem you may have, there's a certain point where it's this is an issue with it, but it's not the kind of movie where you're concerned about that. If it was it's not, you're not, this movie's not asking you to take it too seriously.
If it cut down on the swearing, this would easily be a Marvel movie, because it has all the benefits and the
No, I'm sorry, please continue. But
it has all the benefits and the downsides of a Marvel movie, and it's really doesn't feel DC in a lot of areas.
So you kind of said the exact thing I was about to say. This is probably my favorite DC movie since Dark Knight. And I was thinking, the only reason this is a DC movie I like is because it's not a DC movie; it's a Marvel movie. It's fun and action packed, and it's heartwarming. It has some pretty good comedic timing.
Yeah,
and it's more just heartfelt and fun with a little bit of that, not Zack Snyder, Ross Whedon kind of style of comedy.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
which is, I can see how people think it's grating, but I still enjoy it for what it is. And so, it's more just not trying to be because DC movies, they're trying to be the darker, edgier, more serious counterpart to Marvel's more lightheartedness, and it's not really working for them.
They're kind of trying to go down the Tim Burton train without realizing that train kind of already left the station.
It really has. No one's taking superhero comics seriously. Outside, or no, here's the, okay, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
They're not taking it seriously to start. This is a stupid concept you're putting in front of me. And the only reason people take it seriously afterwards is because you now become invested in the characters. But you're not letting me become invested in these other people when you try to take their stupid things seriously.
When Batman Returns, Dark Knight, all those movies came out, it was a time period where people wanted to see them.
Yeah.
In our current time period, we want stupid...
I want stupid.
We want stupid, fun movies that have a underlining message that make us feel good about the future, because we need fucking movies like that right now.
And I want to go back to the message in this movie that I think is actually really unique and very good. But this is overall, this is just a super fun movie.
Yeah. All right. So if you haven't seen the movie, we're going to spoil the shit out of it.
There's not much to spoil in all honesty.
I'm going to spoil the shit out of it.
Well, but no, there's not much to spoil. What's the twist?
True. You can kind of guess what's going to happen.
There's maybe two things that I didn't see. Well, no, there's one thing I didn't see coming at all.
I didn't really see coming of how far it goes that direction.
What do you mean?
The very, very beginning with the villain.
Oh, okay, I see.
I didn't see it going that, because this has been broadcast like as a movie for kids, basically, kind of.
Yeah, but no, it gets fairly dark at times.
Don't take your kids to see this, by the way.
It depends on how mature you think your kids are.
Yeah, it deals with some pretty dark themes.
Yeah. There's maybe one or two things.
I've not seen more vehicular violence in anything in my life.
Yeah, really.
Oh my god.
I love people just getting hit by cars. No, but so there's maybe like 2 spoilers that you could honestly spoil in this. One I didn't see coming at all, but it wasn't really like a twist. It was more just that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And then there's one that I kind of called.
There's one I didn't think they would do, but like I wasn't surprised by it because it's something that's happened.
Yeah.
In the comics. But yeah, so you want to dive into it?
Well, yeah, the general if you have no idea what anything about Shazam is, by the by, we should clarify, Shazam is not the name of the superhero.
It is in this.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
In proper DC
in this,
comics,
they never give him an official name other than, I guess, Captain Sparkly Fingers.
But so his real name in the comics is Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And that's a bit of an issue.
They never say Captain Marvel, ever.
Of course not. They fucking can't.
They can. They
can't.
own the rights to the name.
They know they want to avoid the confusion.
Yeah, I know.
But so but Shazam is just the name of the wizard and the name he says in order to activate his powers, but he's not Shazam.
They've held on to the name Captain Marvel for a while out of, we own it, we might as well use it. But Shazam is so much...
it's an easier name.
Yeah, it's an easier name to remember. It's a more fun name. Captain Marvel is kind of very grandiose and pompous.
It feels like it's more from the 50s.
Not the movie itself, Captain Marvel, which I did enjoy. I'm talking about the name.
Yeah. But, so yeah, it's the usual stuff of Billy Batson, who, as per normal, is, runaway kid with no family and kind of just...
Yeah.
Kind of a shit teen, as he is. Meets up with the wizard Shazam, because apparently he's pure of heart. I'm not sure that's the case. I'm pretty sure the wizard's just out of options at this point.
It is. It very much put the fact that Billy, even himself, mentions there's no one like that.
No. Well, but then it's like, but there's a secret test of character here, and you're better than you think you are. And
well, the thing is, he didn't even get the test of character. He was literally just the last choice after the test was destroyed.
Yeah, you could, because they summon up a kid from the 70s into the realm. And it's like, okay, here's your test of character. Okay, you failed. You are never worthy. Get out. And then he doesn't wipe his memory. He doesn't say, okay, but maybe try harder in life. The wizard is a fuck up.
All right, bring this back to the start, because this happens at the very start of the movie, where this kid in a very just hard to watch situation,
problematic relationship with his elder brother and father.
Which, by the way, the elder brother causes the fucking accident.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god, they cause an almost accident is caused, and the kid is completely blamed. And instead of moving to the side of the road, the father just sits there and screams at the kid.
And then they get hit by another car.
They immediately get hit by a second car.
Which is great. So it happens anyway. But the whole... Well, no.
And I thought the father was dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But it was...
And the brother looks at him and is like, you did this. But...
And that seems like that was actually that was a bad start to this movie. Not because... I get that it's meant to be, uncomfortable, but it just seemed, so, ham-fisted.
Yeah.
That I was like,
So the thing that causes the fight between them is that at some point...
The kid is one of many that get pulled into this dimension by the wizard who needs to find another champion. The Shazam, I guess.
Yes.
But he does a test of character to see if they're pure of heart. They get tempted by the demons of the 7 sins to picking up their orb and eventually just using themselves as a vessel for the demons.
Yeah.
The kid reaches for the orb, and at the last second, the wizard's like, nope, you fucked up. And he sends him back and is like, you're never worthy.
Yeah.
And, wow, that doesn't destroy a kid mentally at all. No, it's perfectly fine. I'm sure he's just going to go back to his normal life, Shazam.
He sends him back to his abusive family.
Yeah.
And immediately causes a fight, because of course it fucking does, which leads to the car accident.
Leads to him, growing up with this massive chip on his shoulder, and they understand that he was so close to being incredible.
Yeah. So close to being something.
And he grows up to be Mark Strong.
Which, he does a great job with this.
He's great.
I really enjoyed it.
As generic as this villain is,
yeah,
Mark Strong's helpful.
He adds something to it.
He really brings Mark Strong can play a generic villain. It's believable because it's kind of weirdly over the top. He's a bald guy with a scar and a like fake eye.
Yeah,
it just works.
He looks so like unintimidating, but intimidating at the same time.
I'm gonna say something that is weirdly controversial. He looks like he's from a comic book.
No, but like I really enjoyed that, and they had so Billy gets thrown into the test after brought into his new foster home.
Yeah, about 35 years later.
He keeps looking for his mother, who he
just knows her by the last name Batson.
He accidentally runs away from as a child.
Yeah,
and yeah,
they're at a carnival and they're playing a thing, and it's a big crowd, and he Jasons away from her. I'm not. Hey, that's some fun for those people who played Heavy Rain and hated it as much as I did. There you go.
I can't tell you how many times I made that joke in Fallout 4.
That's fun. Anyway,
but he grows up in foster home after foster home, constantly running away, looking for his mother that he lost.
Usual trouble kid.
And he gets brought to this new foster home, which I honestly think is the biggest problem of the movie.
How so?
That the whole movie is supposed to revolve around this foster home and how he becomes a family in it, but it never actually pushes any character but one. You get a lot of these not earned moments with a lot of every member of the foster family besides the one kid.
I think that's more for time constraints.
I understand, but it's really fucking weird to see him at the end like, I'm part of a family now. And
who are you again?
He's talked to every person twice.
Maybe there's an implication of a time skip between all of them, but yeah, you're right. It's more for time constraints. You can't have them have their whole developmental arc with each. Granted,
of the unless you're looking for that, like I do, you're probably not going to care as much. But it's really unearned.
But there, you know what? I'll give it up that at least I found each of the other people, including the foster parents, all charming enough in their short amount of time to
yeah, but would it kill them to have one fucking moment of the foster parents to like just even try like all they do is
the fact that they're foster parents at all is pretty kind of awesome.
They make a joke about cooking, 2 jokes about cooking, and then they yell at the kid for running away, and that's it, man. That's all of their contribution. They have a discussion with each other.
I think it's
he's not that present for about them running away as being kids, as foster kids too, and that's it.
I get that it's not as explained as you want it. I think it's a fair bit more like subtle, and there's a bit more just like single lines are meant to convey a bit more.
Yeah,
and I know, but again, this all comes down to there's only so much time in this one movie.
I feel like they could have taken some of the superhero montage away to actually just have a fucking scene of them being a family.
It's fair.
That's my take from it. And like I said, it wasn't enough to make me not like the movie at all.
Of course.
But yeah, once he gets the powers pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, you know what though? I actually was kind of afraid that it was going to be the immediate first scene. I was like, this kid isn't Billy Batson.
Yeah.
And it turns out not to be, but I was like, there's something in there really quick. But, so yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that they go through the whole spiel of him being a shitty kid and eventually getting the powers really quickly, and then the rest of the movie is just being Shazam.
Yeah, he's not really a superhero until he has something to protect.
Which is kind of the point of the movie. He gets all these powers, effectively making him Superman, but maybe better. I don't know.
Kind of becomes a jackass.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, oh hey, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's kind of the point, is that the kid points out, is like, you're not actually helping anyone.
That being said, that kid is just as bad as he is, and it never really reflects that.
There is an instant...
By that kid, I mean his brother, his foster brother.
Who is the deuteragonist in this case.
Deuteragonist?
Secondary protagonist.
Okay.
But there's an instant... There's at least one line in which it's like, they at least point out that they're aware that this kid is kind of latching on to someone else's powers.
Yeah. He's crippled. He really has nothing going on for his life. He's obsessed with superheroes. And when his foster brother becomes one, he's like,
holy shit, this is the best.
Yeah.
But I'm your sidekick now. Pretty much. But there's also things like, you also don't really care about me. I'm just a vessel for the powers, for this power fantasy that you are having.
Yeah.
But then, as the same way that Billy gets his redemption arc, learning to be a bit better than just kind of a jackass, you're kind of right. The other kid just kind of peters out.
He just gets exactly what he wants at the end.
Assuming we can also, you can kind of assume maybe he learned something by proxy, but you're right. It's never really fully expanded on.
Yeah, he's like,
at least it is acknowledged.
Shazam's gonna come to me and like have lunch with me tomorrow, and like he doesn't really learn from that. He just he starts to learn by like, I was kind of a jackass. Then Shazam immediately shows up, like, hey guys, what's up?
Hey yo, and then not Henry Cavill.
What?
and then it cuts to credits. But yeah, so a lot of the movie was him not being a hero, just kind of him being a jackass and showing off.
Yeah.
And then, someone who can actually fight him shows up.
Towards the end, we get all the Foster family, which you don't really spend too much time with, except for the little girl, maybe.
Yeah, it's really like...
And obviously the crippled brother, but which I just call him the crippled brother because I don't remember any of their fucking names now.
Frankie, I believe.
What's his name, Frankie?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. But, yeah, they all get fucking superpowers. They all get one of his superpowers.
Which seems like a raw deal.
And, oh my god, does the girl ham it up. And I love
it's fun.
That.
It's super fun.
You just see this adult woman acting like basically like a 10-year-old.
Because basically, so every single one of his foster brothers and sisters gain a portion of his power and get their own form. Obviously, if you've seen this, Billy, the shitty 14, 15-year-old kid, becomes the adult Zachary Levi. But no, so every one of the varying age foster kids, varying to maybe slightly older than Billy to 10-year-old.
They all become like 25-year-olds in a second, and
it is fun. Yeah, you're correct that the adult actress for the 10-year-old girl is having fun.
Everyone has a moment except for the like responsible older one.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't get much. No, she has her moment.
Not really.
She's leaving for college and leaving her family.
Oh, no, I mean as a superhero.
Oh, I think it's...
No, she gets a lot of camera time. I'm like, she doesn't really get her moment as a superhero.
So I think the thing is, if Frankie gets flight, because he's crippled, it's great.
She gets intelligence, and you see like her constantly moving out of the way of every attack, but...
I didn't even take it as that. I thought she was the one who got invincibility.
No, I thought she got intelligence. I thought that invincibility and super strength was all covered in one guy.
But they didn't get super intelligence.
What do you mean?
Shazam didn't get super intelligence.
Oh yeah, you're right. That wasn't a thing, was it?
No.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
So no, I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's what she got.
I don't know what she got then.
So, big guy got super strength.
Yeah.
Little Asian kid got lightning.
Who I forgot was a character for a little bit. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
That's your fault for not paying attention. I'm not defending
I know, but he had like 2-3 lines maybe.
Anyway, the little 10-year-old energetic girl gets super speed.
Yeah.
Cripple, equal age brother that gets the most character development gets flight. So I'm assuming...
doesn't shut up about the entire fucking movie.
Which is great. And then, I guess what would be left for her would just be being invincible, unless that's a baseline power. I don't know.
I honestly don't know, because it doesn't really show what she does. She just moves out of the way of a bunch of tentacles from a hentai porn, and that's it.
Yeah, which, also...
Was that less?
Maybe. Because there's also...
The only ones that point out are greed and envy. Like, none of them are actually told.
But, no, they are. Because in the last spiel he does, like, I'm assuming the big guy's wrath. I'm assuming wings is pride. I'm assuming the big fat guy with the mouth is gluttony.
So the tongue had to be lust?
The tongue had to be lust. I kept whispering to you.
Not what I was thinking lust would be.
Yeah, he literally says, like, wait, I thought lust was going to be way hotter, dude. But no, like, the second, like, the demon with the long tongue comes out and is in front screen, I think I leaned over to you and like, that better not be lust.
The fucking Venom pet dog or some shit.
Oh, man. No, well, so they say it's like tempted by the demons of the 7 deadly sins. It's literally 7 demons, all kind of looking relatively the same.
Yeah.
Kind of having... Not as bad as I thought they were going to be designs, but still not great.
Like I said, like what I said before, they all kind of look like Venom rejects.
Really, just
like symbiotes, basically.
No, I don't even think that.
Or generic villains from the Ox.
Pretty much. They just kind of look like generic demons.
They fit right at home as a Hellboy jobber.
They have just like kind of grayish black skin and glowing red eyes, and they look like monsters. That's about like that's the best way to describe them. They just look like monsters. So they're honestly kind of boring. And for most of the just a villain part of it is really carried by how Mark Strong is a very charismatic actor, and he can make a generic villain work.
Yeah.
And the only thing that kind of happens is at the very beginning, Mark Strong's character's his father is, I guess, this big CEO of a big company, and Mark Strong, that's how he gained like his good education, his power, his money, and so
because basically he just has a name and he has to be the name.
So he gets with the demons. He goes up to this meeting with his older brother and his father, and they're a bunch of board members, and he fucking kills them.
He repeats all the lines that were said that one night they got into the car accident. And honestly, I thought he was going to let his father live.
And he had the easy... No, fuck no. He had the best... He had an excellent, like, post-mortem one-liner.
Go ahead.
The whole point is that he keeps using this magic 8-ball when he's in the car as a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, the magic 8-ball starts doing the symbols, and that's how he goes to the realm.
Yeah.
And... and he throws it at his brother. His brother catches like, ask the magic 8-ball if you think you're man enough to throw me out of here. And then he keeps like, what? Ask the magic 8-ball, and he keeps doing it, and then he just picks up his older brother and throws him outside the window of this skyscraper. And he just goes,
outlook not so hazy.
Outlook not good.
Oh, outlook not good.
And I leaned over to you like, yeah. And so this goes into like the only scene where. Sorry, there's two scenes where the demons get any sort of characteristic.
Yeah.
And the first one is, okay, I have these 7 demons, Father. Which one am I going to have kill you? And then he starts offering them everything, money, the company, everything. Okay. Greed. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Greed has these 4 arms, and he starts tearing them apart. Off screen, don't worry, it's PG-13. And so
I think it would have been more horrifying to actually have to live with everything that happened in front of you, but that's just me.
No, because he wants him dead.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's
the way he dismisses it as I'm not going to kill you myself. I'm just going to let my demon do it. Is I kind of interpret that as I've gotten my revenge, but you also need to die. and then I have the one great line in the elevator where he's listening to an ad talking about this company is about family, and he's just like.
There's just a lot of great moments in this.
Almost like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem for DC here, is that it's just...
Also, don't worry about barrier for entry of watching other movies. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it does not matter. I wouldn't even be shocked if this is not going to be part of the MCU. The MCU.
Which is great. Like,
the
movies
DCU.
like... Yeah. Movies like fucking Aquaman. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm guessing you would have to watch, like, Justice League and shit, would you not? I have yet to watch Justice League.
And
I've only watched...
I have not watched any DC movie in a while.
I watched the first...
I saw bits of Wonder Woman.
I watched the 2 Superman movies. The Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice. I've watched the Wonder Woman movie, which I thought was great.
Yeah, from what I've seen. I haven't seen it all the way through, though.
I didn't understand, like, all the fucking rage that happened with the Superman movies. They're average movies at best and worst. They're not even really worth the rage.
I can see that point too.
They're just average fucking movies.
I think the people that are raging are anyone who really thought it was going to be super great.
Every time I see someone rage about those movies, I'm just like, wow, you are a man-child.
Yeah, well, raging, honestly, about any of these.
I think a bigger insult would be like, this movie had no emotion from me, really, one way or another.
This is making me feel nothing, outside of just kind of like... The Man of Steel made me feel nothing outside of just... I don't know how you describe it. Exasperation, maybe. Like, fucking really? But I wasn't angry.
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh, that was a movie.
No, it didn't even hit that for me.
I don't hate it. Like, I can't bring myself to hate it or love it. They were just average movies. And I mean, I grew up in...
I can bring myself to dislike it.
Me and everyone else grew up in the time of fucking, like, Blade and
you
Hellboys.
Shut your hell mouth about Blade.
Dude, we came up with all these average movies that get played on FX because no one wanted them. And while I did enjoy them...
Dave, you sound like a motherfucker who's always trying to ice skate.
No, like that and Tomb Raider, like all these movies.
Tomb Raider's god awful.
It's fine. It's not great. It's definitely not great.
We're getting off track.
But yeah, Shazam is not one of these movies.
No, Shazam is because it's fun.
Yeah,
it's not taking itself seriously. It has actual goddamn heart to it.
It's like they look at a YouTube section, took out all the stupid bullshit, and just worked on the shit that people constantly pointed out.
And let me put it this way.
Like every time someone lays down in the street, they get hit by a fucking car.
What do you think is a lesson that you could take away from Man of Steel?
From Man of Steel? Nothing.
Let's say, well, because these are comic book movies, they're for kids. Is there any message you would put to Man of Steel?
Not really.
There's one I can think here.
Yeah.
Hey, are you coming?
Family.
No, well, that overall. But hey, are you coming from a broken home? Maybe your parents aren't doing that great. Maybe you're not with your real parents at all.
Yeah.
That's fine. Family's not blood. It's what you choose.
Yeah.
And he learns to get his foster family. He finds, by the way, that's one of the twists. He finds his real mother.
Yeah.
And it turns out, hey, she fucking abandoned you.
Yeah,
You didn't get lost. She abandoned you.
The entire
granted,
beginning is then switched through from, because you realize you were watching it from his point of view, where everything is magic and rainbows, to her point of view, where she's not doing good.
She's not doing great. She's very, very frustrated, both with him and with life in general.
Yeah.
And granted, it's not like, oh, mom's a deadbeat. It's mom was a 17-year-old kid who fucked up and thought you would have a better life without her. And no, I don't agree with that, but that makes her seem more human rather than just a shitbag. And
you realize she's in a really bad situation, and they don't fix that.
No, she just goes off
like that.
Someone shows at her door, says, "Hey, I'm your son." Oh, you're not what I thought you were. Okay, goodbye, forever now.
And the last gift she gives him is a compass.
Oh, and he holds on to that compass,
and she's like, "This will help guide you through your life." And he takes that fucking literally. He holds at it and looks at it, thinks of her,
and then he gives it to her at the end. It's like, "Yeah, I think it is with me." And it's like, "What is this?"
I'm like, oh my heart!
Oh man, I'm sorry, kiddo.
I saw it coming, and it still hit me hard.
I wanted to give that poor kid a hug.
I also want to know how the foster parents don't catch up to him on a fucking car.
Shazam.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You could have Shazammed.
Why not, right?
I mean, you think... What I thought was going to happen was I thought he was going to turn down the hallway and the foster parents are going to be there overhearing everything. And I'm like, oh, that'd be a really neat moment.
Aw.
No.
That actually would be cool. Yeah, you're right.
But I get why, because you needed to go to the big fight.
There need to be at least one scene with him walking up to his foster parents and he's like, "Yeah, I found her."
Yeah.
And then they just get it, because they were foster kids too. They probably found their kid.
The way I thought it was going to go was, I thought that was going to happen. They were going to drive home. The villain was going to be waiting there for them. And that's the way I thought it was going to happen, which I still think that would have been a better way.
Yeah, no, now that you say it, that actually would have been a nice scene.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen. Foster parents are just kind of there.
Again, time.
I know.
Now, how long was this movie? I wasn't keeping... Hey, you know what? I wasn't keeping track of this movie because I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's overall what it is. It's like any flaws that we are building up with a lot of movies, we're just ignoring a lot of the flaws when we're watching it, because
it does such a good job at making you ignore those flaws with all the great set pieces and comedic moments.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours 12 minutes. You could have had 5 extra minutes for a scene.
Yeah. There's also a lot of fluff there that didn't need to be there.
That's fair.
But again, that's just me.
The ending scene.
Yeah, this is me fucking nitpicking.
Yeah. Overall, this is super fun. And I don't know what this means for DC movies. This seems to be one of the most highest rated, and it's doing really well.
You get all these weird B characters now forming a Justice League that no one originally cared about.
Yeah, sure, fuck it. Like Shazam and, I don't know,
Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
No, that's not B characters, those are A tier. Let's see.
Two of them. Well, no, let's face it. Only Wonder Woman in that description is A tier.
They're trying to make Aquaman A tier.
He's never been A tier.
Okay.
I have to watch that movie. I keep hearing it's great. I'm just afraid of blue filter.
Yeah.
And, everyone tells me it's great, and it's not really noticeable.
That's a weird, irrational fear you have, David.
I know, but everything I've ever experienced that's underwater has been horrible.
I know what you mean. It just sounded like you meant you were literally scared of
blue filter.
Man, don't go watch Aquaman. Don't watch Blue for Night.
Well, you know what I mean. I just associate a blue filter over something it's fake. Underwater with horrible.
Yeah.
You know, you
Oh
got
man, it's really bad. And it's not underwater, but it's really bad in Mad Max Fury Road.
you got everything from fucking an Aquaman ever. You have like levels from like video games like Legend of Zelda, Super Mario World, all these horrible fucking things, and I'm just like, oh, I can't.
Fair enough.
I'm going to watch it though. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch Justice League.
I'm worried that Jason Momoa will be on the screen. I won't be able to contain my lust.
He does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Shazam does more for me than he did.
Okay, that's fair.
And weirdly, Nova in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, I showed you that, and you could not stop commenting on Nova's ass.
Nova has a great ass. I don't like.
It's better than Captain Marvel's. And we say Captain Marvel as in Marvel Captain Marvel. It's confusing.
She doesn't do much for me either.
Are you sexually attracted to anything?
Not Captain.
Nova's ass.
Nova's ass.
Just Nova's ass.
No, but speaking of which, because we didn't get a chance to review Captain Marvel, do you mind if I talk a bit about it?
Sure, I'll just be over here.
It's actually I actually really enjoyed this movie.
I just haven't seen it.
It's not like phenomenal, but a lot of the complaints I hear about it are the same complaints that everyone gives every Marvel movie, and I can't help but feel like at this point, if this is what you're complaining about, why are you watching MCU movies? But yeah, that's just
I don't understand what you mean. Because I haven't seen it. Just give me an example.
A lot of it is just action set pieces and emotional moments, which is basically what all Marvel movies are made up now.
With comedic timing too.
With comedic timing, yeah, and like it's not the plots are all stupid. There's not a single Marvel movie that has a good plot,
of course.
And like all these people are like harping on these moments. I'm like, yeah, but you were okay with this all the way up to this point, and it's weird that. I get that the movie was shoved in a spotlight, and that's why you're being overcritical of something, but you're kind of coming off as weird. And I'm getting, like, a lot of reviewers I used to listen to, and I'm hearing them review it, I'm like, you're not really saying anything about this movie. Like, if I were to review this movie, I'd say, this movie is basically like every other Marvel movie you've seen before. It makes you feel really good. Mm-hmm. First 10 to 15 minutes are really bad, though, because all of the characters have to force in their emotions. That's the way they're trained to be as warriors.
Okay.
But as soon as she gets away from them and towards the earth, and like the longer she spends away from them, the more character she develops, the more she's able to be herself, which she's not having the great intelligence constantly over her.
Okay.
She's allowed to be more human, and she discovers, hey, I'm fucking human. And a lot of the lighting has a lot to do with this, because the more she's in this world, the darker the lighting is, and the more like it looks like a DC movie. To when she gets to Earth, everything slowly becomes more colorful until they get to the fucking chase scene. All the way to when she gets to her old friend, and the colors become more homey and inviting. Mm. Up to when they go back up to space again, you get back to DC colors. I think that's brilliant, and I really enjoyed that about the movie.
Cool. But I can't comment on any of this.
You haven't seen the movie, I know.
No.
But ultimately, yeah, it's another fucking Marvel movie. Mm. That being said, I did enjoy it. And I don't really understand the hate around it.
I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it.
If someone came up to me and said I didn't like Iron Man 2 because the story was dumb, the characters were dumb, and it really didn't go anywhere, I'll be like, yeah, I can understand that. I understand why you don't like it.
I'd be like, who are you? Get out of my house.
Yeah, exactly. But if you come up to me like, I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the story was dumb and didn't really go anywhere and made no sense, I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking Marvel movie.
That's fair.
You're not there for the fucking story. So I don't understand it. It seems like a lot of people are jumping on the hate wagon because it's the thing to do right now. That's
fair. I don't know.
But that's fair.
All right. Well, so slight review of Captain Marvel and main review of Captain Shazam.
Love it.
Oh, why the fuck not? Here's the thing. I didn't even mean to say that.
Was it Captain Sparkly Fingers? Is that what they called them?
I think so. I think the actual name that was supposed to stick, at least among the people, was Red Cyclone or something.
That is another DC superhero.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I had no idea. That's actually kind of fun.
It's either Red Cyclone or Red Tornado. I forget which one, but it's a robot.
Whatever.
Who creates tornadoes.
Yeah. No. I was actually trying to make the joke.
I don't have my phone, so I can't look them up. But there is. It might be Red Hurricane.
So, short review of Captain Marvel and long review of Captain Marvel.
You can't. You like they both come out the same fucking time.
I know.
Something had to be done.
Yeah. Well, it's never calling him anything.
Well, although I think this is the better movie, I can't help but feel like Shazam was. Because when you think about it, which movie do you think was made to capitalize on the other?
I would need to see production.
I would think DC would make the movie to capitalize on Marvel.
I think so, too.
In my personal opinion. And while that may have been the case, I think this one was done better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah.
I think, you know what? I have a weird, spurious theory about this. In that this was a property that DC didn't care about as much.
Yeah.
And they let their director run wild.
That's how you get the best movies.
That's how you always get the best movies, because it's like, okay, we don't... Listen... No one's going to take this seriously. Let's not either.
Guardians of the Galaxy is now one of my favorite series.
Yeah, because it's
and
stupid.
it's not even over yet.
We're kind of repeating the same points over and over again. This is stupid. It's also kind of great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I love. And
Yeah.
that's like I said before. It hits at the perfect time in today's society to fucking make this movie.
Sure, I would more say it's better overall for any superhero genre movie and saying, like, listen, this is how it works.
Yeah.
You can't take it seriously.
Oh yeah. I do think like
The age of super serious
time,
superheroes is over.
you can't not say though that time to release movies, it doesn't play a factor in this.
I wouldn't say it doesn't. I would say this needs more time to kind of stay.
I don't think Dark Knight
before you can give an idea.
I don't think Dark Knight would have done as good as it did. It still would have done good, but I don't think it would have done as good as it did. Especially
Yeah.
Batman Begins, I think it's called. Is that the first one?
The first of the Christopher Nolan movies,
Yeah, Batman Begins would have tanked any time other than the time it released because
those were fairly period pieces of that sort of.
this might
like,
be an
early
unpopular
aughts
opinion, but I don't like that movie.
Begins.
Yeah,
It's nowhere near as good as Dark Knight.
like I don't like Batman in those movies in general at all. Like I don't think it's.
That's fair.
I think Joker's the thing in Two-Face later, but I don't think.
Well, Joker's always worked the best for Batman because I shouldn't have to explain why.
I know, but like in the animated series, Batman was still interesting to me. In this, I fucking hate him. Like Joker carried that movie for me.
Granted, animated series.
And Alfred.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Wayne.
Why do you even have to say it?
Mr. Wayne.
Master Wayne.
Oh, goddamn.
If you say Michael Caine with Michael Caine's accent, it sounds like you're talking about your own cocaine. Michael Caine. Anyway, no. In the animated series, they give you more characterization for basically everyone.
Oh yeah,
Batman feels more like a person. But in the movies, yeah, you need someone like Joker to work off of him.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna see if that works the reverse with the new Joker movie.
I just hate that fucking actor.
Who? Heath Ledger? Christian Bale.
No, Christian Bale. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
Not just because he's a fucking child to deal with. Like I just don't like him as an actor.
Actually, have you heard like some people in the industry talk about that moment?
No.
I think Game Grumps actually mentioned it. Like Danny was talking to a bunch of people, and after that came out, some people who like knew what he was raging about. It's like, yeah, no, that guy was like Christian Bale's like overreacting, but that guy was a fucking idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently like he's more or less in the right. He just kind of overreacted.
Yeah.
According to some other people. I don't know. Anyway. We're getting off track.
Yes.
That was me trying to segue into the Joker trailer.
Oh yeah, right.
Which you and I watched.
I've seen once.
I've seen it once too. That's
I am interested, but I don't know where it's going.
I don't know either.
It seems kind of like a Psycho build-up where it slowly descends into someone madness to the point where he snaps.
Which is actually good for the Joker. I'm kind of sick of Joker not having a backstory.
Most people aren't, but I understand that completely.
But yeah, so this almost weirdly feels like it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It's not going to, even a supervillain movie. It's not going to be.
Is Batman
it's almost like a thriller.
Even present?
It says Gotham. That is about it. And I think there's a reference to some politician is talking about Batman's like who hides behind a mask, but said something about like so cold-blooded, like implies someone is killed, and that wouldn't be Batman. So it might imply that it might imply Joker starts out as a vigilante who's actually on the good quote-unquote side.
The thing about this is I like about it is not only does it actually seem like disturbing to watch, which is what you'd want from a Joker movie.
Yeah.
It seems like he's a nobody. To the point, if he did snap, you might actually not know who this fucking person is.
Seriously, he's some random guy that lives in an apartment and works as a clown, literally for like some sort of like New York-esque, because it's not New York, place where he just spins a sign dressed as a clown, and it's a fucking awful fucking job. It's like that meme that's been going around. It's like, what if Joker was thrown into a vat of acid? What if he was a nihilist? What if he worked a 9-to-5 job?
There's a scene where the kid steals a sign from him, and he runs after because that's his livelihood, and he turns the corner just for them to beat him with the sign.
And it's like, I get why this guy's Joker. No, I see this.
Oh, jeez.
And also, I think they're going to have that thing where the Joker starts off as a struggling comedian.
Yeah.
Literally. And, like, there's a joke book that he's writing, and it's probably going to suck. But, yeah, so that looks like it's super fun. What was I going to say? I do like slightly different interpretations of the Joker. Like, I actually maintain that one of the only good things about the second season of Telltale's Batman... is Joker starting off as Bruce Wayne's like best friend.
Oh yeah,
and the worst thing of Joker that I've ever seen is ironically in one of the better Batman movies, the 1981, the Tim Burton one, where Joker is the one that killed Batman's parents.
Oh, thank God you hate that too.
I fucking hate it.
I felt alone in the world.
It is the worst aspect of that movie.
And do you hate the fact that he has that stupid ass catchphrase that he says before he kills someone? You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh yeah, I do too.
I felt alone in the world because I hated that Joker.
Yeah, I didn't hate the Joker overall. I just hated that moment.
And there's just this really hard moment to watch with me. Not because it's like a good moment that's difficult to watch. It's just a bad moment where he picks up Batman Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Picks up a poker and is like, come on!
Yeah.
And he says, you ever dance with the devil in your pale moonlight? And he goes, what? Huh? Martha?
Did you see that thing I texted you from Twitter?
No.
It was literally like, if Joker's mother also turns out to be...
I remember, yeah.
If Joker's mother also turns out to be named Martha, I will stand up in the theater and applaud.
Oh God,
that's gonna be fun. No, but I hate any time. What's the killer's name? Joe. It's either Joe Cool or Joe Chill.
Yes,
thank you.
It's one of those two. It's one of them.
No, but you know who?
It's a stupid ass name. Yes,
the guy that anytime he has any more characterization than he's just a thug, it's bad.
Like one thing I thought it was that some comics push that never really went anywhere was the fact that Alfred was behind it.
No, I don't like that either.
And I thought that'd be good.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Sorry. Alfred cannot be tainted for me.
Really?
No, well, okay, let me just get out this point. It was actually something I remember from Batman Begins. I actually really liked that aspect of I forget exactly where in the movie. I'm pretty sure at the beginning. Joe Chill, it's treated more like it's an accident. Like, he's still mugging them, of course he is. But, like, I think Thomas Wayne's, like, struggles with him, and he shoots Martha, and then he shoots Thomas, because he's still struggling with them. And then he doesn't take anything, he just looks at Bruce and goes, I'm sorry, and he runs off. And then I love that idea. It's like, of course, it's just some fucking thug. It just has to be just some random guy, and that's the point that creates Batman. He doesn't have a revenge fantasy against this one person. He needs to be a crusader against all crime.
Yeah.
Because it's just crime, not a single person.
Two things. One, going back to the Alfred thing, I always like the idea of Alfred hiring someone to kill them, and then raising him through grief.
Okay, I see where you're going. Okay, that might be...
That always been a neat idea for me. I don't think it ever went anywhere, but...
And let me comment on that after your second point.
Okay, and my second point was about that movie in general. Like, well, how big of a dick was Taken Dude? I don't remember his name.
Liam Neeson.
When he's
Liam Neeson and Ra's al Ghul.
I don't know. Particular set of skills guy. Who says to him,
I wish
your mother's death was your father's fault. I'm like, wow, that's a really dick thing to say to someone.
Well, he's just no. Here's the thing. The funnier aspect is Bruce reacting that way. Well, that's just mean. Why you do that?
What do you mean ginger shade at me?
No, and here's the thing. 'Cause I am tainted on Alfred being anything but
Like,
Alfred.
super good Alfred.
Well, not even that. Because I remember reading a comic that I fucking hated.
The one where he's the Joker?
Yeah.
That wasn't like, that was just like stories that didn't actually happen. Just
Yeah,
like
but at the same
what-if
time, it's
stories.
just like someone wrote this and they just wanted people to be shocked.
Yeah, I know.
I fucking hated it. So I just like, anytime Alfred's anything but the good characterization of himself.
I like those little, like, one-offs where it's like, hey, what ifs? Like, Thomas Wayne, I thought was interesting at the start when he was Batman, but after they pushed him to be an actual character, I'm like, no.
Here's the thing. Actually, I'll put this up. The timeline where Bruce Wayne dies, I can kind of buy Thomas Wayne becoming Batman.
Can't buy Martha becoming
the Joker.
The Joker, yeah.
I can't buy that. What the fuck is the point?
I do like the idea of the two of them shacking up before the world ends.
That's fun, though.
Our son is coming back to life, but we're going to die.
That's fine.
And her just snapping out of the Joker to become Martha for a split second, and then both of them shagging. Like, that's kind of neat in a weird way.
Yeah, weird, huh? Is that the word?
But that also brings up the question: where the fuck? First off, why would she become a clown? Second off, where the fuck would the actual Joker be?
I guess he just died somewhere. I don't know.
It's like, this feels really symbolic, so I must do this.
No. You know what? Actually, I think I remember seeing an animated, or was it?
She gets blood on her face
and she,
because
like,
she tries to do CPR.
And she covers her mouth because she's shocked, and it ends up being a smile.
Yeah, and she sees herself as like,
still
I look like a clown.
Still stupid.
I'm going to start killing people.
And then here's the thing. Like,
wouldn't she become a vigilante, though?
Yeah, I assume so. But
wouldn't that have been a more interesting twist?
It's almost like it's stupid or something.
Yeah, wouldn't that be more an interesting twist? She sees that, she turns herself into a clown to fuck with people's minds and starts murdering people's
Thomas Wayne started murdering people too. He was a Batman that used fucking guns.
I get that, but ignore the whole Thomas Wayne becoming Batman thing for a second.
It's part of the same story.
I know. Just go with me on this little train ride. Wouldn't it be better if she became a vigilante clown? Kind of like Telltale.
Okay, I see where
more fucked up.
I see where
to her becoming
more fucked up. Joker got pretty fucked up by the end of Telltale.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway. Yeah, wouldn't that have been more interesting to see her just become like this psychotic killer going out for muggers at night?
Yeah, no.
Instead, she becomes she becomes another fucking
Joker.
villain in the night. That makes zero sense to me. Yeah. Why would she not become a vigilante?
No, yeah, the argument in the end of the Telltale game is Joker honestly just being another person that questions Batman, being like, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
You're not doing enough, they're just getting back up. And he eventually he eventually loses trust in Batman because he goes with, what's her name, Waller.
Really? He goes with Waller?
Or he has to work with her in a certain way. You can entirely, like, swear loyalty to Waller. But
really?
But eventually, I think you have to work with them, or you have to, like, say... I think he wants to... Joker, like, hates the agency so much. If you play Vigilante, he hates the agency so much, he just wants anyone who's part of them to fucking die. Okay. And Batman's like, no. No! That's retarded. These are people a lot of these people are just doing their fucking job.
A lot of these people have did they have bombs in their brains?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
No, but and that's the eventual point of contention is whatever call to... Joker essentially accuses Batman of, like, whatever call to justice you think you're serving by helping the agency in any respect, it's a lie.
Yeah.
And he's kind of right. He just goes off the edge and starts killing people.
See, everything you told me about that is from Vigilante Joker. I know nothing about Psychotic Joker.
Well, because I never played that and I didn't bother because I assume it's stupid.
It's just Joker.
Because the only good part of that Telltale game is, hey, Joker's a buddy. Dude, I was so in on making Joker my best fucking friend.
Oh, dude.
Anyway, but, and Harley Quinn as the one who turns Joker, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also fun.
So they both decided to go clown, or did he go clown because of her?
She's entirely separate. She has her own backstory.
So they just two separate people decide to go clown.
Kinda.
God, it's hard to find one person that wants to go clown. Let me put it this way.
Let me just, before we move too far off of Thomas and Martha Wade, imagine an issue of Martha becoming the Joker and John Doe or he had a name. He had a specific name. Whatever it is. Joker.
Yeah.
Thinking, like, I'm going to cover myself in pain. I'm going to be the clown Prince of Gotham. And then he sees Martha Wayne on the news. I'm like, Well, fuck me. Someone else is doing it.
So you see, oh fuck, what was it? Okay, so back to the whole clown thing. People becoming clowns randomly. I want to put it this way:
funny.
both my parents come from huge families because it's back in the day where you had to. It was encouraged to fuck constantly and never
to fill the fields with workers.
Yes. So both of my parents come from huge families, and out of all of their siblings on both sides, there's only one person who went to clown school. And she did it part-time.
Aw. Dang.
That being said, though, I did enjoy it as a kid.
Oh, my fucking God.
Her name was Cuddles. That was her clown name.
That is an awful clown name.
Oh, it was great. They kept trying to spray each other with the bottle, and it never worked when she did it. It's like, oh, okay, hold on, let me try it. It turns it around and sprays her in the face.
Ha!
As a kid, that shit's hilarious to me.
Anyway.
But yeah,
So Shazam was great.
oh yeah,
we just went off and talked about we went to say, hey, the Joker trailer's cool. Let me tell you some shit about Batman. No, but yeah, Joker trailer looks interesting. What was another trailer I was watching? There's some stuff coming up. I mean, I remember watching I watched the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Man, that's a fucking mouthful to say, but it is all.
Wait, hold on, they're making a sequel?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming out.
Tell me it's a choice-based RPG.
I'm assuming so. Okay. It's being made by Paradox, who are great at this sort of thing.
Because I've been hurt before by fucking dice.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. But it's it's being developed. I'm sorry, not being developed, being published, I believe, by Paradox, who's pretty good about this. I think it's being developed by Hard Suit Labs, and I think they're the guys that made Killing Floor, which is not the same RPG. It's not the same thing, but I trust them at least because Killing Floor is great.
2 off-rail topics.
Yes.
One, the game I was talking about with dice is fucking Battlefront.
Yeah, I figured.
Who didn't even have a Battlefront mode, by the by.
Yeah, no.
The mode that made the other two games popular.
You know the really cool thing where there's like 100 people on either side of the battlefield? Yeah, no.
And you're capturing points in order to teleport your groups into that point to get a better foothold? No.
And how you unlock points to unlock specialty classes that have better strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway. Second point. Do you ever play as Nosferatu?
Dude, I played. There are 2 clans that I would not recommend you play as when you start up.
And that's Nosferatu?
There's Nosferatu.
Have you ever played that game as
There's 2. Yes, I have.
Okay. What was that like?
Very frustrating.
Really?
Because you
can't talk to anyone, basically.
No, you can. Anyone you would have to talk to,
yeah,
you can. Don't worry.
Like going to the nightclub to talk to people, I imagine would be difficult.
They just imagine you literally go, let me, I can't say like every single interaction with the Nosferatu, I'll be here all night.
Yeah.
But there's one interaction you have. Do you remember in the very first area, the pawn shop guy? That you can sell stuff to?
Yeah.
You have to walk in there as a Nosferatu because you have to buy shit.
Yeah.
He says, whoa, dude, sick body mods.
Body mods?
Yeah.
Body mods.
Yep.
Okay.
And you just be like, sure. Sell me ammo. But no, so there are 2 clans in the original game, which, by the by, in light of this trailer, I reinstalled and I've been playing through a bit, which I texted you about. There are 2 clans I would recommend you not play as on your first playthrough, and that is Nosferatu, because you are always at appearance level 0, which means that everyone who is not a vampire...
You immediately break the code by showing your face.
You look... They will shoot at you, people will run away, and you will... Yeah, it just sucks. So you have to either stealth around, go in the sewers, or use Obfuscate, which turns you human for... It's a spell that turns you human.
Yeah.
That just makes the game more difficult, and you honestly miss a lot by having to move around weirdly. But it's an interesting playthrough, but it's not good for your first.
Yeah.
And the second one is Malkavians, or Malakovians. I honestly...
What are they?
They are insane.
Okay.
The hat of the Malkavians is every single one is bugfuck insane.
Okay.
And so that changes about 90% of the dialogue.
I played as the male whore.
Oh, the Toreador.
Okay.
The seducers. Yeah,
yes.
No, I play as the male mages.
I never had to pay for blood. I just asked hookers to go into an alley with me.
Yeah, of course.
And then, like, the blood...
You know how I never had to play for blood? Any single combat section, look, I'm just grabbing you. Drain.
Yeah. I go into the blood bank and I save a person from there. Oh, yeah, it was the person that...
The ghoul.
I saved someone from there.
Lily.
And then they're like, well, I'm not going to serve you blood anymore. I'm like, oh no. How will I ever survive?
Oh, yeah. The fucking asshole there.
And I'm just
voiced by Titus.
And I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, I guess this would be a much more heart-wrenching moment if I was a fucking Nosferatu, you stupid dickhead.
Even if you were a Nosferatu, though, you can just go into the sewers, eat rats.
Yeah, rats. I did that for a bit, and I'm like, wow, this takes forever.
Yeah. But no, yeah, so the Malkavians have about 90% of their dialogue changed because they're all fucking insane.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's two reasons. A, it makes the game hilarious. Because you can have a conversation with a sign. There's a stop sign. And you can walk up to him and be like, no, you stop! And so, you know how you can turn on the TV in your apartment and you listen to newscasts. If it's a normal one, it's like, oh, hey, this is going on. And as a Malkavian, you turn on the TV and the newscaster's like, police report a strange assailant having a gunfight with a strange assailant last night. And they were all like, kapow, bam, bang. And you were all like, I'm going to kill you. And they were like, oh, you rascally wabbit. Seriously, it is hilarious. And problematic. You will occasionally reveal that you know a bit more about the world than a new character should because you've been getting, I don't know, visions and whispers. And you look at someone and you're like, you look at this normal-ass Chinese shop owner who everyone else is like, hi, can I buy a thing from you? And the Malkavian looks at you like, oh god, I know who you are. There's a character that is super important who you will never know who they are unless you play as a Malkavian all the way until the end. But that makes it so the Malkavian, A, entirely changed the tone of most of the game to be hilarious. And B, is, at best, a lot of their revelations are, oh, that's neat, like extra world stuff. At worst, it's fucking spoilers. But it's also awesome to go through the second time and be like, oh yeah, that was foreshadowing this.
I don't think I ever saw it in the news broadcast because I think her name was Heather. Just kind of creeped me the fuck out.
No, I don't even mean that. I mean your TV. I know you're talking about Deb of the Night.
Who?
That's what I know you're talking about. It's the radio lady.
No. The lady you saved from the hospital, then asked to live with you.
Oh, you never went back to your apartment. Okay, I see what you mean.
No, I did.
I thought you meant like the woman on the TV. I'm like, that's not what's happening.
No, I did. She just was needy as fuck.
You can tell her to leave.
I know, but I didn't have the fucking heart.
Yeah, you kind of left it there. Yeah. You and me, we can play evil characters. I just can't pick the rude options.
Yes!
Yes! I'm an asshole. I'm not rude.
Like, oh, I hurt their feelings.
Oh, dang it!
As I turn around to shoot another civilian in the street.
Oh, dang it! And I lost some humanity. Better spend some points on humanity. Literally, that was the weirdest thing you could find out, is that humanity is like a level. It's not... It's like, okay, it's a morality system. Oh, except it's not because you can spend stats.
Granted, some of the things you're saying, I completely forgot, because
that's
I haven't played this in years.
I would honestly recommend reinstalling it to see. It's pretty janky.
Okay, one, like, if I did reinstall it and play it, I would have to do some crazy shit with it, because I remember last time, it wouldn't fucking work. Like, I had to actually go into files and change shit to make it run.
I would recommend downloading the unofficial patch. That's what a lot of people. It's
Do
like
they?
it's a lot of bug fixes.
I got it off of Steam, and I thought it was weird that I had to like technically change things when I bought it from Steam because I'm like, it's fucking Steam. Why am I having troubles downloading this? Same with Jade Empire. I had to change some shit to run Jade Empire.
I cannot get Jade Empire to run. You're gonna have to.
Really?
You're gonna. If I ever want
to, I'm gonna ask you. I just looked up an online guide.
Yeah. Okay. If the movie ever strikes me.
Years ago.
So a couple things I would want them to change about 2, because that's where this is going.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything in the trailer that spoke to me about like continuity about 1. It just seems like a lot of new characters and new ideas, which I'm fine with. I would rather, because the World of Darkness, like lore that this all comes from. I got really
sick of the Harley Quinn vampire. Towards the end of it, the one with split personality.
Well, she doesn't stick around for very long.
She sticks around for long enough. She's like the entire intro to the game.
Sure, but you get past that, and it's like 3 missions, maybe?
No.
And after that, you never have to deal with her again. And you can kill the Harley Quinn side if you want.
You can actually make them fuse.
I know. I don't care, though. I hate the other one. I hate that one. I did fuse them, because that just seemed like the best option. And you know what? No, here's the thing. Who are you going to be siding with? Are you going to be siding with the Camarilla, the proper guard, or are you going to be siding with the Anarchs who want revolution?
I just walk in... Quick, kill her! She's trying to stop me! No, don't listen to her!
Alright, I'm leaving.
Bye.
All right, listen, I know...
Is there a buy option? I forget.
No.
Damn it!
No, because you need them to find the guy that you need to talk to.
I know, but I just... Again, this has been forever, and I forget a lot about this game. But, like, I just want a situation like that where you're just like...
Okay, later.
Bye.
Later. Listen, I'm not dealing with this. I'll come back in a couple minutes after I hear a gunshot. But so yeah, it seems like because a lot of the World of Darkness lore, like Masquerade, the Bloodlines, the game doesn't really it scratches the surface.
Yeah.
Of like what everything is.
Which is a good thing.
That's good. No. Yeah, that's really good. But at the same time, it's like so I'm hoping 2 basically has almost nothing to do with the overarching plot and factions in Bloodlines 1.
Yeah.
And maybe just has some references here. It has the same clans.
I'll probably pick the fucking horror guy again because I like
because that's also the best option of the game is the dialogue.
Yeah,
and doing diplomacy.
I
the combat sucks.
I love my being like able to talk my way out of things because that's always more interesting to me than the horrible fucking combat.
Except for the final boss.
Yeah, I never made it that far.
No,
I guess you could skip it entirely though.
Well, kinda.
Yeah, but
there's a way to skip it entirely, but it's not what you're thinking. It's not through diplomacy. There's a way to incredibly cheese it.
Don't you
you buy the flamethrower is what you buy.
Oh no, I thought you could skip it by siding with one woman, but then end up getting dropped to the bottom of the ocean for eternity.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's the thing. It's that the bad ending you skip it, but if you want the good ending, you have to fight him. But he can be cheesed.
Fuck you and your character build.
but fuck you and I have a flamethrower. That's all you really need.
That being said, like I remember like mixing the two. I remember being good at chatting, but also being able to combat myself.
Fight. Yeah, but it is thankfully one of those combat systems where you don't need to buff your stats as much. You just need to know how to work it.
Like a good game would like have it so you could talk more people into joining you for the final fight. Like talk like up an army, or you could be the complete badass where you just grab a fucking shotgun from the back of a car and like,
yay,
I got this, and go and buy yourself Cowboy Bebop style. You ever seen that finale?
No.
It's kick ass.
Okay.
He basically goes in a building with a couple of handguns and some grenades, and then
he comes out and it's like we're done.
He punts a grenade into the lobby. Mm-hmm. It's great. He doesn't live through it all though. But anyway.
Aww.
Yeah, spoiler alert. He kills the guy but dies at the end.
Of course. But yeah, so it doesn't look like there's going to be too much connecting the two, unless we're entirely missing something. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be super fun.
I gotta look that up.
I'm actually hoping. You know what? The main thing I hope for is, I really hope that there's a base character customization, like character creation screen, as opposed to pick your model from the clans.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
you have to look like
one from each gender, right? For
each clan. Each clan had a male and female model. You have to look like a certain character. You have to look like this weird dreadlocked dude if you're going to pick a male.
I remember, like it was for the clan I picked. It was either the female looked like a weird like streetwalker, and the guy looked like Sir Douchebag from the '90s.
Absolutely, goddamn, dude. Well, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just like, wow, I love the way this plays, but I hate the way I look.
Yeah.
Like, you think they'd look human. Not like...
Well, except for the Nosferatu. For plot reasons, have to look like the Bat creatures.
They look what edgelords thought looked cool back in the 90s?
No, early aughts.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
The Blade generation.
The early aughts are getting a lot of play. But yeah, so I'm hoping for the trailer looks great. It looks stunning. But again, none of that's gameplay footage, so we haven't quite seen what it's going to look like in engine.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it besides, hey, look, it's cool. It's coming out Q1 of 2020. I think that there's a poster. I think one of the posters I see where it's like the guy like sitting on this tower with a couple corpses around him. I think that guy is a character named Beckett. He kind of looks like him, and that would be the only connector, not just to Bloodlines 1, but to the world of Darkness in general.
I don't remember who Beckett is.
Do you remember very early on when you blew up that one warehouse?
Kind of.
Do you remember the guy that came in as a wolf and kind of just transformed in front of you?
I remember a moment like that, yes.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I don't remember the guy, but I remember something like that happening. I thought it was weird in a vampire game.
Okay, well, the vampires have a magic thing where they can do...
So he wasn't a werewolf, he was a vampire?
Yeah. Okay. He was a very specific breed of vampire that can do that.
Can you be one of those or no?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so do you remember the first thing, the tutorial where, like, the sheriff, the big guy, the huge guy with the sword comes up and he kills a couple guys by summoning some wolves, and then he seems to do a spell where he blows on his hand and a guy just vaporizes.
Not really.
That happens, and I remember thinking to myself, like, oh man, that's super OP. Shit, I can't do that. Yeah. Turns out there's 2 clans of vampires that can learn those spells. It's a level 3 and a level 5, respectively.
Nice.
So, yeah, I actually remember really liking that. Hey, look at this cool thing that they're doing. Guess what you could do. Wait, you picked Tremere? Oh, no, you can't. No, you get other things.
Oh, no, but it's a game I remember enjoying, but eventually getting tired of.
The combat becomes... As the combat becomes... The combat, it starts monotonous. What are you talking about?
Again, I don't know how much of it I played.
But yeah, as it goes on, it becomes more and more about combat. It becomes less and less interesting until eventually the climax of here's a bunch of waves of enemies and a final boss.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you pick diplomacy or stealth. Thankfully, I say thankfully I'm a Tremere. I just get cheesy blood powers.
Was that what I was? What was I?
You were Toreador. You were the diplomacy guys. I was the mage.
Okay.
So I get an ability that I can just spam like a blood missile that keeps returning blood to me over and over again and does a shit ton of damage and almost always staggers.
Nice.
Or if I get a bunch of people, I have a spell that just makes everyone around me puke blood. And then while they're stunned, I just stab them.
Oh god.
So yeah, but I'm hoping that a lot of the jank in the original Bloodlines is gone from this new one, and I still hope it's focusing on, diplomacy and dialogue. I think Chris Avalon, who was one of the writers on Bloodlines 1, is still gone, and
Here's the thing about it, like, when you get better graphics and better technology, you're not going to have as much time for all the individual ways you can go through story. So that's why people like old games like Deus Ex so much, because there's so many different ways to get around things, because everything looks like paper mache.
I don't know if one leads to the degradation of another.
Well, what I'm saying is, look at Deus Ex, the new ones, to compare to Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Deus Ex 1.
Yes, the first Deus Ex.
Yes.
The first Deus Ex, you could do so much different shit to get around shit because it was focused on that and not focused on making things look pretty.
I see your point, but at the same time, making things just look pretty is just now easier to do.
Yeah.
And while you're correct in that if a game entirely focuses on making it look the best for that generation, all other departments suffer.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the case here. As great as it looks, I'm just commenting on that because I don't have anything else to comment on.
I've just noticed that, like, as games look better, I get less choices of how to handle situations and games get shorter. Maybe that's also that games are being rushed now. There could be a lot of things.
Well, thankfully, it's been 15 years, so I don't think this game is being rushed.
You don't know. You don't know when they started working on it.
You're right. It's because it could be a Duke Nukem Forever situation.
No,
I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that. What else did I watch? Oh yeah, Borderlands 3 came out in the interim. The trailer for Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah, had a lot of
which has an issue behind it.
A lot of controversy around it.
Why is there controversy, Dave? Do you remember why?
Because the lead... Well, do you mean from the event or because of the lead guy? From the event itself is because the trailer couldn't run.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah. When they first introduced the trailer, it, stopped. It's like, let me tell you a story. And then it freezes.
That's pretty good.
It's like,
oh, shit.
Sorry, we're going to run it again. There was a bit of a technical issue.
So what I meant was...
Let me tell you a story.
Damn it, hold on.
And this kept going.
Oh, I didn't know
finally
about that.
They get it to run. And it's janky as all hell. Like, it keeps stuttering and skipping.
Really?
And then they're like, we had a problem in back. We think we got it running now. Would you like to see it again? And everyone cheers. And then they run against the exact same.
Of course. All right.
And it made it even worse because they dragged it out forever, and the lead guy kept trying to show off his magic tricks with cards as it was going on.
Oh my god.
I know, right? This was before the technical problem. Holy shit.
But what I was about to talk about is how Borderlands 3 has been announced to, at least for PC, be entirely exclusive to the Epic Store.
Right, that was another thing.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a problem.
And there's been a lot of unconfirmed threats from within the company to release the game, but all these are unconfirmed.
And here's the thing, I actually saw that exact post. I know the one you're talking about, and I had the same sort of feel as it went on and on that another commenter had, which is, this is too much.
Yeah.
In that post, it confirms basically every bias that every conspiracy theorist about Gearbox has had. Oh, that fucking lead designer, I forget his name.
Yes, but the lead designer...
that he's a bully, it's a hostile work environment, he's the one that pushed it, even though 2K wasn't pushing it beforehand. It's like, this is an orgy of evidence.
A lot of things we have about him are secondhand knowledge, but the thing we do know about him is the fact he had porn and Word documents on the same flash drive, and they had to buy the flash drive back after he lost it.
Oh, great. So that's fun. At the same time, though, listen, that Fortnite money is nice and sweet. I get that. But at the same time...
They have said it's not going to be a battle royale.
No. Well,
they have gone on record saying that.
Well, that doesn't mean that post... I want to hope it's wrong, but that post being like it's focusing on the multiplayer aspects...
Which what the other game's focused on, is it not?
Not to the expense of the story and the general single-player experience.
It was a single-player experience that you could play with friends, and I believe it ramped up the difficulty.
It ramped up the numbers. But, but at the same time, that's good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And if that's the case for Borderlands 3, great. If that's not the case, and you get to a certain point in the game where it's like, okay, you're done now, log in with friends or you can't continue. Maybe Destiny.
Again, we don't know.
Again, you don't know. Again, that would be like the post. It could be confirming a bias to get people angry when that's not the case. So I don't know.
I don't think we'll know anything until it comes out.
But however, what we do know is that it is signed on to be exclusive to the Epic Store, and that is a train wreck.
Yeah.
The Epic Store is a pile of garbage as of right now.
If I were to buy it, I'm not. But if I were to buy it, I would buy it on console because of that.
I'm probably doing that too. There's a game I cannot buy. There's a game that's currently exclusive to consoles, to the Epic Store. I'm sorry. It's probably going to be coming out on consoles, but I don't want it on console.
Is it that Obsidian game?
Yep, it's Outer Realms.
And
I really am looking forward to that, and I was really disappointed to hear that.
By the way, someone had the balls to ask if there would be romantic, like if you'd be able to fuck your partners.
Yeah,
the answer was no.
Aw,
I know, right?
Oh well.
They say they thought about it, but ultimately had really no place in the story. Which, okay, sure.
I don't believe you. It can be forced in any way.
The thing I liked about Mass Effect is
that you could fuck your partners.
No, not just that you fuck your partners. That they were fucking people, and they didn't treat sex.
Yeah, they were fucking people. They were fucking me.
Yeah, it treated sex as something natural that happens between two people that like each other.
With most of them,
and that was so fucking rare.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that something that's natural like that is treated as so fucking taboo, even though we're murdering people by the hundreds.
This could make an entire podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, and we maybe gotta wrap this up.
Oh yeah.
Besides,
we're pushing it.
Yeah. Wow. Holy crap. But yeah, so there's a couple games I am still interested in playing that are announced to be exclusive to the Epic Store. One is Outer Realms, which I'm going to just have to get on PC because I need to play it on PC for a number of reasons.
Oh, you're going to have to go Epic, huh?
Yeah.
Or you could wait till it's Steam. It's only Epic exclusive for so long.
Really? I didn't hear that.
I think I heard that.
I'll look that up later and try to confirm. Borderlands 3, I'm probably just going to get it on consoles. I'm just going to avoid that entirely because I can. Plus, I'm probably going to play with you if you're going to get it at all.
Borderlands?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Okay, cool. And
I like Borderlands as a concept, but not ultimately.
And Supergiant's new game, Hades. Do you remember did you play Bastion?
I have it. I got it for free, and I never played it.
Play it.
Okay.
Do yourself a favor. But yeah, new Supergiant's game called Hades. Similarly, sort of an isometric kind of action. You don't want to call it action RPG because I think it gives you the wrong idea, but it's an action game.
Yeah.
With RPG elements. It's super stylish, super cool, super fun.
What's this called again?
Hades.
Okay.
And it's currently only on PC in early access. Once it is fully released, it's on consoles and PC like everything else. It's currently exclusive to early access in the Epic Store.
Okay.
And granted, I'm kind of a fuck up because I got it for early access on the Epic Store before I knew that the Epic Store was a pile of executable garbage.
I never used it.
Here's the single reason. It is lacking about 80% of the features that Steam has. That's forgivable. It's early stage and it has a roadmap. Whatever. Mm-hmm. It's harvesting account data.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't
I don't have
all
time.
of them be doing that?
And selling it off.
Oh, they're confirmed to be doing that?
I will look up more stuff and confirm it.
Okay.
But I have heard it is doing some pretty skeevy spyware stuff.
I'll tell you what, like, I like my Verizon internet, but as soon as I signed up for their phone, like, within the same day, people were calling me with my information.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you sold my information the second I did it, you fucking skeezy ass bastards.
Are you surprised?
I thought they'd at least give me a day, Mark. It's laziness for nothing else.
Lube up before you fuck me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh my god, you didn't even wait 24 hours before you sold my stuff. Jesus fucking Christ.
But again, I will confirm more about this and have more details next time we talk if I want to bring this up in general.
Yeah.
I don't want to make too many accusations with generic information that I have.
Yeah.
I know it has not nearly the same features as Steam does. There's like no search function in the store.
It's weird that Steam is kind of like
Monopolized?
not even monopolized. It's obviously not because all these other companies are becoming exclusive. But it's one of the only places that are still kind of player first, like consumer first.
There's some iffy bits there and there. But,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, I see where you're going, and it is weird to see something that effectively for the longest time had a monopoly on a lot of online games be still pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, usually I expect, like, controversies to pop up with things, but, like,
Steam
you could always, like... With
outside of things like Steam Greenlight and some iffy user reviews and the trading card system, but that's more... That's
I
less
always
about
forget
Steam.
that exists until, like, I look up and see a little notification saying I got a trading card. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess.
But do you remember the thing... Oh, damn, man, I may have not shown you. There was a thing, it was like this group of games that Jim Sterling was criticizing. It was this group of like super cheap games.
Oh, yeah. I watched that whole thing.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Steam cracked down on them. They shut down all of his companies.
And that's what I was about to say is like, this is less about Steam and more about...
Yeah, that had nothing to do with Steam.
About Pete.
Because they were trying to sue Steam
the fact that it happened anyway.
People's information to sue them. And
seriously?
Yeah, they were demanding Steam give out information to people who gave bad reviews so they could sue them.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And Steam's like, yeah, fuck you.
Steam replies back,
no, in a much more professional manner, no.
In a much more professional manner, go suck a wiener dick.
Oh, God.
Okay, we actually have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about gaming controversy. Man, I sound like an asshole when I say that. Gaming controversies. When
Jesus.
In about 2 weeks from now, assuming nothing else comes out that's rocks
Speaking
my
of
world.
which, not the next show, but the show in between
the
next show and the show after that, Avengers is coming out, which
Yep.
really sucks for us because we're not really going to be able to cover it when it comes out. Are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. Maybe we'll do something. I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, we won't be able to review Avengers the week it comes out like we did with Shazam. But same thing that happened with Captain Marvel. We weren't able to review that when it came out.
So we'll forget about it and do it 2 months from now.
Well, no, I'm reviewing... Shut up.
Okay. Alrighty.
Peace, guys.
Later.